Howdy folks, and welcome back to Pool School. So, how can you tell if it's time to replace your autofill valve? Well, in today's episode, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. Alrighty, before we get started, I want to thank you once again for watching this video. Remind you to like it if you do, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and please share my channel with everyone you know who owns a pool. Also, don't forget to check out my member website, poolschooler.com. It'll come across the screen right here, poolschooler.com. It's full of more exclusive members-only content that will help you save even more money servicing your pool yourself. Okay, so really quickly, there are basically two things that you're going to need to look at, or two steps that you're going to need to take to determine whether or not you need to replace your autofill valve. So we're going to go through those really quickly. They're real simple, and that will really help a lot. And again, it makes it real easy to determine whether or not you need to replace your autofill valve. So let's go check it out. Okay, so I'm at one of my clients' pools, and believe it or not, this pool just had to have the autofill valve replaced. I guess it's appropriate that we do the video here. Anyway, remember, I said there's two things that you're going to do. The first thing involves two parts, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the autofill valve, and so I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so if you're not familiar with where the autofill valve is, it's somewhere on the side of the pool, usually around the pool deck, and it comes with a cover. It has a cover like this. Sometimes it has a cover like this, but I know in this case, that's the skimmer cover. This is the autofill valve cover. And again, we're talking about, it doesn't matter whether you have a toilet style autofill valve like this one, you see that one in there, or a side feed autofill valve that it comes out the side of the wall here, like something like this, it will come out the side of the wall. It doesn't matter because you're going to do the same thing twice. Okay? One thing to make sure, you want to have it very quiet around you because you're going to do two things when it comes to this valve. You're going to look and you're going to listen, okay? First, you're going to look. Is the water covering the autofill valve? And in this case it is, because this water is still evaporating. We had to replace it, so rather than drain the pool, it's still evaporating. So in this case, if it's covering the autofill valve, you're going to go, okay, then that's telling me something's going on with the pool. It's getting too much water in it. Then you're going to do something else. You're going to get really close to it, maybe put your ear down next to it, and you're going to listen. That's why it has to be quiet. You want to listen very carefully to hear if there's any water running. And typically you'll hear it down in that sump. If it is running, you'll hear something that's like a little short whistle. It sounds like this. So hope you can hear that. But again, that's an idea of what it might sound like, but you're listening for that as well. Again, you're looking first to see if the water's covering the autofill valve, and this one is, because we're trying to let the water evaporate because we just replaced the valve anyway. And you're listening for water, okay? If you hear running water and the float valve is covered, then it's a pretty sure thing that it's time to replace that autofill valve, and you can replace the valve, okay? I've done two videos on replacing autofill valves. One is on the toilet style like this one. The other is on the side feed style. And so I'll put links to in the description below this video, links to both of those videos, so you can check that out if you've determined after this step, hey, it's time to replace my autofill valve. Now, let's say that you have looked, you see that the autofill valve is covered with water, and then you also listen, but you don't hear anything. That's where step number two is going to come into play, okay? So I'm going to close this right now, and I want you to first take note of the level of your water, okay? So find a point of reference, and you're going to take a picture of the water level of your pool. Typically, I would say to do this, like zoom in really close to where you can see a reference point of how much water is in that pool based on the tile line, and take a picture of that, okay? And then you're going to do the next thing. We're going to go find the feed valve, or the water feed, for the actual autofill valve. And in this case, it's pretty simple. It's typically close to, there's the cover for the autofill valve. It's close to the place where that valve is. And in this case, it's right here coming out of hose bib. It's usually on a hose bib that goes into the wall or comes out of the wall, okay? So this white pipe right here, okay, or it's painted white, is where the autofill valve is getting its water from, okay? And you notice there are these two little valves. Don't mess with this one. This one is a backup. You don't need to worry about that one. You want to get the one that's directly in line with the pipe. So here's the pipe coming out, and it goes straight down, goes over to the autofill valve. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off. It'll only turn a quarter turn, and it usually has a stop. You know, this is a stopper right there. I'm going to turn it a quarter turn, and now it's perpendicular, okay? So again, think about it this way. If the valve handle is in line with the pipe, it's on. If it's perpendicular to the pipe, it's off. Okay, you want it off, and then you want to just leave it for 24 hours, okay? Leave it for 24 hours, understanding that in a day, a pool can lose through evaporation, depending on the climate and the heat and all that, between 1/4 inch and 1.5 inches of water a day. So give it an entire day. Remember, you took a picture of the level of your pool before you shut the valve off, and then in 24 hours, come back out. Don't turn the valve, don't turn this valve back on. Come back out to your pool and make note of where your water level is. If, and this is important, if your water level has gone down, even if it's just a minimum, if it's gone down, then that's a good indicator that there is some kind of leak in that autofill valve, even though you couldn't hear it, and it's time to replace the valve, okay? And again, watch the videos on replacing those autofill valves in the description below this video, and you can check out which one would pertain to your autofill valve, okay? Now, there are other reasons why you might have the valve off, no water going to the autofill valve, but the water's still rising. And in that situation, there's a couple of situations that could cause that to happen, but 90% of the time, 95% of the time, it's one of those two things. The autofill valve is leaking somewhere, and you need to shut it off to test it, and that's how it works. But those other 5% of the time, I'm gonna do a video, my very next video on that, to discuss those particular situations, those very rare cases where it's not the autofill valve at all, okay? So I hope that made sense. Alrighty, folks, so yeah, there you have it. Those are my 2 simple steps you can take to determine whether or not you need to replace your autofill valve. I hope it made sense to you. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below this video, or as always, you can email me directly. My email address will come across the bottom of the screen here. It is kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Once again, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. I want to thank you again for watching this video. Remind you to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check out my membership website, poolschooler.com. And until we meet again, remember to have fun, be safe, and always watch those kids and elderly folk and pets around water. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.